Hi everyone, today I want to talk about how to retain skills. So one thing I learned when I was going into my information technology degree is I would get into a certain programming language and then I would just love doing it. I was thinking I was going to the end of this, I was going to know everything, and then one day I get bored of it and I walk away from it, and a lot of that kind of went away. I didn't do much for myself, to retain it. So this is kind of what I figured out about that. And that's when you're working on a skill, you want to think from the get-go that there's a very high chance, a high probability, that you are going to lose interest in it. And start thinking about, how can I make this a useful thing in my life even when I don't care about it anymore? So I'm going to give you some examples. If you're doing a programming language, one thing that you can do is sort of document what you do. Whenever you write like a good script, something you could reuse, put it somewhere. Label it clearly as to what it is. Because if it can be used in something you're doing in the future, then it will be there for you, versus you just remembering, oh yeah, I did this one thing in this language and I guess it might be sort of similar. Have it there for you, Look into things like integrations on the way. And what I mean by integrations is things that the skill you're learning and doing, how it can tie into other things, because that's something, that other thing might be the thing you get into. Now let me give you a few examples, okay? These are more, real life examples. This YouTube channel. So when I first started this channel, I was really into it. It was what I thought about when I wasn't working. It was what I was putting my effort into. But instead of just trying to make it super darn awesome, flashy and all that, I decided to focus my energy on, if I lose motivation to do this, or at least if I don't have as much in the future, how can I make this something that I will just do? I'll be like, you know what, I do this every night and it won't be that much effort. So I set up things like templates that I can reuse, and I got hardware that made it easy for me to do this kind of thing. Where, low effort was what I was focused on. High quality for low effort. I found things in Adobe Premiere that were easy to apply, that improved quality. And if something was super difficult to do, I generally kind of avoided it, because I realized that if at one point I wasn't super motivated and willing to spend all of my spare time doing this, I probably wouldn't do it. So I kind of found a way to workflow it, to make it reusable, low effort, and it's worked. I'm still doing this channel. I'm still happy I am. I only spend a few, or 2-3 hours a night on it, basically, or I should say a week, basically. I only do it once a week, so that has worked. Another thing is this 3D printing thing. Right now, I've been doing it. I'm in love with it. I've learned some CAD stuff, basically, but I'm thinking of it in a way of, if I'm not in love with this in the future, I need to set this up where I can still use it. So my printers, I kind of have set them up to not take a lot of effort to use, where I bought hardware that I basically can put a 3D model into it on an SD card, I can push print, and it'll work. I don't have to do a ton of tinkering each time. I know that there are some things that in the future I probably won't feel like doing. This might be something I do out of necessity in the future, and not because it's really cool and I'm interested in it. So if you can think that way about the skills that you're learning, it can really help you. One, because kind of the documentation and ability to just do it with low effort, it translates well into job stuff, right? Like if you're going to interview and you're going to say that you know this skill, well, if you are doing several low effort things over and over again, that is something you can say you've done and show you've done. Whereas if you've done a lot of high effort things one time, it's a lot harder to elaborate on those things, both for you, because you did it once and you may not remember it that well, and for the person interviewing you, because it's high level and they may not really quite understand it. So try to do this next time that you fall in love with a new thing. You might find that that thing, even though, like many of the others, it isn't the thing that you're going to love forever, it sticks with you through your life and through your career. Okay guys, I hope this video helped. If you liked it, please give me a like, and please subscribe to this channel. It really helps me out. Have a good night.